In December 2024, a team of astronomers at the Webb Telescope Control Center noticed something that shouldn't be possible. While observing a distant galaxy cluster, they detected a pattern in the way light was behaving. A pattern that suggested the fundamental constants of physics themselves were different there. At first they assumed it was an equipment error, but as more observations poured in from different telescopes around the world, a chilling possibility emerged. What if our universe's physics isn't natural at all, but programmed? And what if someone, or something, still has access to the code? Let's back up for a moment. Every physics student learns about fundamental constants. Numbers like the speed of light, the strength of gravity, or the charge of an electron. These numbers form the basic rules of our reality. They're supposed to be constant, unchanging throughout space and time. It's like the source code of our universe, written into the fabric of reality itself. But here's where things get strange. Over the past few years, astronomers have been finding regions of space where these constants appear to shift ever so slightly. It's subtle, like finding a single pixel out of place in a vast cosmic image. But it's there, and it's not random. The first hint came from what astronomers call the fine structure constant, a number that determines how strongly light and matter interact. In certain regions of space, this constant appears to be different by about 1 part in a million. That might not sound like much, but it's like finding out that the speed limit of light itself changes depending on which cosmic neighborhood you're in, but it gets stranger. These variations aren't random. They follow a pattern. Imagine zooming out from Earth and seeing that these changed regions form what looks like a grid, as if space itself had been divided into sectors with slightly different physical properties. This is where the story takes an even more bizarre turn. In 2023, a team of quantum physicists made a discovery that seemed unrelated at the time. They found that quantum entanglement, what Einstein called spooky action at a distance, showed patterns that looked eerily like computer code error checking. It's as if reality itself runs constant verification to make sure these constants stay within certain bounds. Think about that for a moment. Our universe appears to have built-in error checking, like a computer program making sure its variables don't drift too far from their assigned values. This isn't just a loose analogy. The mathematical patterns are identical to what we use in modern error-correcting code. If our universe has error checking, that implies it has a correct state to check against. And if it has a correct state, that suggests there's a way to change that state. In other words, somewhere out there might be the equivalent of universal admin access, a way to modify the fundamental parameters of reality itself. This isn't just speculation. Astronomers have recently observed phenomena that seem to show these parameters being actively modified. In a region of space about 3 billion light-years away, they watched as the fine structure constant shifted over the course of just a few months. Something was changing the basic rules of physics in that region and doing it fast. The implications are both thrilling and terrifying. If these constants can be changed, it means our understanding of reality is fundamentally wrong. We're not living in a universe with fixed, immutable laws. We're living in something more like a simulation, or perhaps a vast cosmic computer with adjustable settings. Recent observations suggest we might not be the first to discover this possibility. Astronomers have found regions of space that appear to be locked, areas where the physical constants are absolutely fixed, unable to vary even slightly. It's as if someone set up cosmic firewalls, protecting certain regions from any attempted modifications. This discovery has led to a new and startling theory about why we haven't found any alien civilizations yet. Perhaps advanced civilizations don't just hide. They actively protect themselves by modifying the physics in their region of space, making it impossible for their section of reality to be tampered with by others. Think about it. If you discovered that the universe had an admin panel, your first move might be to change your local passwords and set up some security. Those strange locked regions we're finding might be the cosmic equivalent of encrypted hard drives, hiding entire civilizations behind custom-modified physics. But there's an even more intriguing possibility. Some physicists have suggested that these variations in physical constants aren't signs of tampering. They're signs of debugging. Our universe might be running something like a cosmic maintenance routine, periodically checking and adjusting its fundamental parameters to prevent them from drifting too far from their designated values. This would explain why these changes appear to follow regular patterns, and why they seem to be more common in certain regions of space. It's like watching a vast program running its maintenance cycles, sector by sector, across the cosmos. But this raises the most profound question of all. If our universe needs maintenance and updates, who or what is the system administrator? Are we living in some vast cosmic computer? Are we part of some unimaginably advanced civilization's experiment? Or is our universe just one instance of a self-modifying system, constantly adjusting itself to remain stable? As we speak, telescopes around the world are being reprogrammed to look for more evidence of these cosmic parameter variations. Each new observation adds another piece to this mind-bending puzzle. We're beginning to map what looks like a vast network of modified regions, protected zones, and actively changing areas across space. The question isn't just whether we'll find this universal admin access. The question is, what will we do when we find it? And perhaps more importantly, who else out there might have found it first? Next time you look up at the night sky, remember, you're not just seeing stars and galaxies. You might be looking at the greatest firewall ever created, a cosmic security system protecting us from those who would modify the very fabric of reality. Or perhaps you're watching the most vast maintenance routine imaginable, as the universe itself runs its ongoing updates and corrections. Either way, one thing is certain: reality is far stranger than we ever imagined. And somewhere out there in the vast cosmic network we call our universe, the ultimate administrator access might be waiting to be discovered.